Hi everybody, I'm Erin and this is Waiting Moose, where I talk about books. I want to tell you today about my March TBR. Now, February I did not do so good with my TBR. I'm ashamed at how badly I did with my TBR. So, this is March. It's a brand new month and I'm going to get to these books as soon as I can. So these are all for Goodreads challenges, actually. I'm really focusing on two challenges this year. They're year-long challenges. One is the really hard challenge from the Challenge Factory. They're both from the Challenge Factory. And the other one is Scale Your TBR Mountain, also from the Challenge Factory. So I have 8 books on this TBR. 8 books on this TBR. Each of these challenges have a theme for every month. So this, well, sort of a theme for every month. This month for Scale Your TBR Mountain, I am expected to read books that I put on my TBR in this month in the past. Yeah, any book that I've added in March in a year prior to 2017 to my TBR. So I've used my Goodreads TBR to do this, and I've added several books from there. And the other one, oh my goodness. I remember. It was authors who use their middle name or middle initial. So yeah. I don't have them separated out into which is for which challenge, but it'll be pretty clear as we go through and you see the author names. So I have to do 5 books that I've added in March in previous years, and then 3 books are from our authors that use their middle name or middle initial. Wow, that was way harder to get through than it should have been. So I'm going to start out with a book that's been on my TBR for a while. My husband's already read it, which is pretty unusual for us. And it is a science fiction. It is the second in the series, and I don't have the first in the series yet, which is a bummer, but this is the second in the series. I'm really looking forward to reading it, and he said that it's not affected at all by not reading the first in the series. So this is The Jennifer Morgue by Charles Stross. I don't know. I'm going to read the back cover of them. If you don't want to listen to that, you can just fast forward until I hold up a different cover. So you wouldn't be the first person to do that on YouTube. So, saving the world from evil is a 24/7 job, no overtime pay included. Ruthless software billionaire Ellis Billington has unearthed a device that will enable him to raise the eldritch horror, codenamed Jennifer Morgue, from the ocean's depths for the purpose of ruling the world. Thwarting his devious plan is a job for the laundry, and since James Bond doesn't work for the laundry, it's up to Bob Howard, geekish demonology hacker extraordinaire. His mission is to inveigle his way aboard Billington's yacht and stop him while fending off the beautiful and deadly Ramona Random, an American agent with her own agenda. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this just because my husband loved it, and yeah, it's in that 400 page, it's 380... 400 pages. So, nice little pocket paperback. That's obviously seen its share of water because we've got a little water damage on there, but oh well. Next up, I have, this is one of my library book finds, or library sale finds. Wow. I am hitting it out of the park tonight, let me tell you people. This is Living the Vida Lola, wow, by Misa Ramirez. I will read this. It was a quarter at my library. It's awesome. Okay, actually no, I think the hardcovers are $1. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Meet Lola Cruz. After paying her dues as an intern, she is now a full-fledged detective at Camacho and Associates. Her boss is Manny Camacho, a muy caliente former cop with a mysterious ex-wife, a Lara Croft look-alike girlfriend, and a sudden personal interest in Lola. Her first big case? A missing mother who may not want to be found. And to make her already busy life even more complicated, Lola's helping her cousin plan her quinceañera? and battling her family and their old-fashioned views on women and careers. She's also reunited with the gorgeous Jack Callahan, her high school crush, whom she shamelessly tailed years ago and photographed doing the horizontal salsa with some other lucky girl. Lola takes it all in stride, but when the subject of her search ends up dead, she realizes she has a lot more to worry about. Soon, she finds herself wrapped up in the possibly shady practices of a tattoo parlor, local politics, and someone with a serious, maybe deadly, road rage. To top it all off, her treasured postcoital pictures of Jack are missing. Still, Lola is well equipped to handle these challenges. She's a black belt in Kung Fu, and her body isn't her only weapon. She's got smarts, sass, and more tenacity than her Mexican mafioso wannabe grandfather. A few of her famous margaritas don't hurt either. Yeah. It sounds fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, that has been on my TBR since like 2010. And when I saw it at my library book sale, I was like, I have to have that. I may end up donating it back to them when I'm done reading it, but that does not matter. That is on my reading list for March. What month is it? March. Next up, I have P.D. James, Shroud for a Nightingale. Wow, this has the world's shortest cover blurb. Seriously, this is crazy. Okay. When Nurse Pierce died within the gloomy precincts of the Nightingale Training College, the situation looked grim. Then a second young nurse was found dead. Suddenly, Chief Superintendent Adam Dalgleish found himself caught in a deadly web of intrigue, corruption, and murder. So these are pretty standard police procedurals. Still hitting it out of the park. I'm just rocking it tonight. And they're set in England. I love them, even though they're short little 320-page mysteries. Next up, I have The Thriller by S.J. Watson. Guess which one this fits into? S.J. Watson. This is one of the ones for the really, really, really hard, yes, challenge. Wow. This is Before I Go to Sleep by S.J. Watson. I will again read the cover blurb. Christine wakes up every morning in an unfamiliar bed with an unfamiliar man. She looks in the mirror and sees an unfamiliar middle-aged face. And every morning, the man she has woken up with must explain that he is her husband, she is 47 years old, and a terrible accident 2 decades earlier decimated her ability to form new memories. Wow, 20 years living like that. But it's a phone call from a Dr. Nash, a neurologist who claims to be working with Christine without her husband's knowledge, that directs her to her journal, hidden in the back of her closet. For the past few weeks, Christine has been recording her daily activities. Tearful mornings with Ben, sessions with Dr. Nash, flashes of scenes from her former life, and rereading past entries, relearning the facts of her life as retold by the husband she's completely dependent on. And as the entries build up, Christine asks many questions. What was life like before the accident? Why did she and Ben never have a child? What has happened to Christine's best friend? And what exactly was the horrific accident that caused such a profound loss of memory? Every day, Christine must begin again, the reconstruction of her past, and the closer she gets to the truth, the more unbelievable it seems. I got this at Goodwill, I think, for like $2. So I'm really happy to be getting to it. And look at all the books I'm reading off of my own shelves. It's so exciting. So that was book number 4. This is book number 5. Why am I missing? Oh, right. Okay. Book number 5 is by C.J. Box. It's the first book in his Joe Pickett series. Yes, I read that off the back cover. It's Open Season. This is another book that has been, this is for, obviously, middle initial. The really, really, really hard challenge. It's also been on my to-read list forever. So Joe Pickett is the new game warden in 12 Sleep Wyoming, a town where nearly everyone hunts, and the game warden, especially one like Joe, who won't take bribes or look the other way, is always far from popular. When Joe finds a local hunting outfitter dead, splayed out on the woodpile behind his state-owned home, he takes it personally and thrusts himself into a mystery that threatens the life and family he loves. I'm so happy that I found this. This was a book outlet purchase. So book outlet, this is awful. I can tell you where I bought all of these. Library book sale, used bookstore in a nearby town, and yeah. The next one is yet another library book sale find. I have Disillusion by C.J. Sansom. Once again, for my really, really, really hard challenge, C.J. Sansom. It's also been on my to-read list for a very long time. I love the inside cover of this. And the back cover is as well. It's a map of a monastery. This kind of fits in with my Wolf Hall reading because it is a novel of Tudor England. It is the winter of 1537. I had to peel back the tape so I could read the year. And England is divided into those faithful to the Catholic Church and those loyal to the King and the newly established Church of England. Thomas Cromwell, that's who I'm reading about in Wolf Hall. Henry VIII's feared vicar general crusades against the old church with savage new laws, rigged trials, and a vast network of informers. Queen Anne Boleyn has been beheaded, wow. And the monasteries are being dissolved, their treasures pillaged, and their lands eyed greedily by courtiers, and country gentry. I'm having trouble talking. But having put down one people's rebellion, Cromwell is afraid another might topple the realm. So when one of his commissioners is murdered in the monastery at Scarnsea on the south coast of England, I'm sure I said that wrong. I'm sorry, British people. I'm not trying to butcher your town names, but come on, make them a little easier for those of us that don't live there. Wow, okay. So when one of his commissioners is murdered in the monastery at Sarnsey on the south coast of England, he enlists his fellow reformer Matthew Shardlake, a lawyer renowned as the sharpest hunchback in the courts of England, to head the inquiry. When Shardlake and his young clerk and protege, Mark Poer, arrive at Scarnsey, the two uncover evidence of sexual misconduct, embezzlement, and treason. And when two other murders are revealed, Shardlake must act quickly to prevent the killer from murdering again. So yeah, this is set only a few years after where I am currently in my whole other book that I'm reading. Wolf Hall. Wow. Yeah, this might actually... I had a few videos planned to do tonight, but I think I'm calling it quits after this one. I have two more books. One is going to be an audiobook for sure, and that is The Body in the Belfry by Catherine Hull Page. So I'm looking at my cat because she's being weird, but yeah, I don't have her name. I will post a picture of the book with the author's name on it. That was a really bad, yeah, oops. And then the other book I will be reading, number 8, is Sex, Murder, and a Double Latte, which is a cozy mystery type thing. Another one of those comedic female lead cozy mysteries, and that is by Kira Davis, I want to say. But again, pictures up here. Have a look at that. That's who the author is. So those are the 8 books I plan to read in March. I'm sure there will be more, as I've got some audiobooks that are going to be coming up and stuff like that, but this is my plan for the month, and I'm trying not to over-schedule myself like I did in previous months where I get nothing read. That is my TBR for March. Yay! I'm really excited actually because this is one of the first months that I'm reading so many books. I have 6 books that are off my shelves, so I'm going to actually get some reading done of books that I've been buying in the last few months. So that's always good. I've kind of told myself that I'm like on a buying ban. I've been looking at Book Outlet, I've been looking at Indigo. Until I get some of these books read off my shelves, I'm not really going to be buying any books. It's not really a book buying ban, but it's more of a incentive to read the books that I... That's another video from me, Erin, at Waiting Moose. I'm so glad you joined me today for this, and I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit like and subscribe if you want to see more from me, because I'm trying to make a couple videos a week, probably 3 on good weeks, 2 on every other week, and I don't have a schedule, so I'm working on a schedule. Soon I will have a schedule. Thanks for watching. Bye!